Good Friday afternoon, everyone, and welcome to one of the finest high school volleyball tournaments in the nation. It is the Kentucky High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Tournament. It's the quarterfinal rounds. 4 terrific matchups today, led by this first one, the 12th region champion West Jessamine Colts, who made it to the semifinals last year before dropping that semifinal match to Notre Dame Academy, who won the state tournament, and the 7th region champion Sacred Heart Valkyries alongside the legend Kathy DeBoer. I'm Paul Najar, and so pleased to be broadcasting this with you, Kathy. Two powerful teams, two of the best in the state all year in West Jessamine and Sacred Heart. Coach of the Year from Sacred Heart, Player of the Year Sacred Heart, all state players on both sides of the floor. You got to be thrilled for a matchup like this.
You know, Paul, this is the best time for every single sport in the year. High school, state championships, there is no environment that is as exciting and that is as motivating about us doing it right in sports as high school state championship day, and we've got some great matchups today.
We do indeed. Live from George Rogers Clark High School here in Winchester, Kentucky, just outside of Lexington. These two squads, they're packed the house. Sacred Heart in the gray behind the one end of the floor, and then all in black. We've got the West Jessamine Colts student section, and they are loud and proud today. What a matchup we have. And for the West Jessamine Colts, they get back to this round. Last year they won their quarterfinal round, and then a great match against the eventual champion Notre Dame, losing 3-1, but they extended Notre Dame Pandas last year in that one.
And Bill Bird, their coach, says, hey, it was huge to have been here. The seniors talking to the other kids, like, here, this is what it feels like. This is how we play during this time of year, so they're ready.
And we'll get into these lineups right after the presentation of the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red flags bursting in air came home through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That was beautiful. The rendition from what a terrific rendition of the national anthem. And we are almost ready for action. Here are the starting lineups being introduced. And while they're doing that, we will talk about this. The 7th region champion, the Sacred Heart Valkyries, 32-9, 2016 and 2003 state champions. They got here by defeating Henderson County at home on Monday in the Sweet 16. And they defeated in the 7th region Assumption in the semis, perennial power, Kathy. And then in the final, Male High School takes them to 5 sets before they got the victory. Sacred Heart did 15-11 in the 5th. Brett Verson has talked about his team being ready for this. What is the key to their success?
Well, you know, they have 9 losses, just 1 to an in-state team. So they went out and found the competition that was going to challenge this very talented team and we didn't worry about taking losses to teams from Cincinnati and Chicago and Phoenix and Tennessee. Just the one loss to Assumption early in the year, which they avenged here late. So this is a veteran team who knows how to play at the highest levels. Yeah, a couple of all-staters, Tess Schrager, Julia McNeely, and then you've already mentioned, Paul, Defensive Player of the Year for the KVCA in Emily Young, the libero, and Coach of the Year, Brett Verson.
Terrific talent on that side, and also for Coach Bird, William Bird, in his 12th region champion West Jessamine Colts, 36-5 on the season, 10-0 in their region. They defeated Great Crossing in 5 sets in the Sweet 16. They had lost to Great Crossing earlier in the season. 2 terrific programs, but this West Jessamine team guile some real strong bigs at the net. They block it so very well. And their 2 setters, Annabella Pendelli and Olivia McKibben, over 1,000 set assists combined between the 2.
Yeah, absolutely. They're in a 6-2 system. McKibben will also do some hitting in the front row. Yeah, both seniors, both were part of the run that they made deep into the tournament last year. And so they feel as if they're ready to face this formidable Sacred Heart team.
An unbelievable atmosphere last year when we were here during this round. Limited access, only about 50 people per families only. The energy in this building, it's electric. I think you can hear it. I think you can see it. And these players will definitely feel it all match long. West Jessamine in the black uniforms with the blue trim, blue letters and numbers and white trim. Sacred Heart in their blue with the light gray and numbers and the red letters on the back. Sacred Heart gets the service, and Alice Kemp, the senior setter, will put it in play. Overpass and put down right at the net. That's Elise Hart, the freshman middle for Sacred Heart. A freshman and a sophomore in the middle for Sacred Heart. Will they feel this energy or will they feel the pressure?
Well, on serve receive, you could see just a little bit too much adrenaline and stuff where you overpass that first ball.
West Jessamine, it's a free chance for Sacred Heart right here. Opposite they go, and the put down. That's Kayla Bryant. Kayla Bryant, number 4 for Sacred Heart Valkyries. And they lead 2-0. Bryant committed to UT Martin for her college career. And Kempf again. West Jessamine stays outside, off the block, scramble. Sacred Heart gets it, free pass. And the opportunity for West Jessamine goes awry. And a little dump from Kemp, and it's 3-0 Sacred Heart. West Jessamine showing a little nerves on these serve receives, perhaps?
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, they've got to get the ball to Brooke Hager in the middle. She's averaging over almost 3.5 kills per set and stuff. But when you don't pass, it's very, very difficult to get the ball to the middle. So let's see how they can handle this first ball well enough here to be able to get their big striker into the match.
And that's been a tough one so far. She is serving straight down the line is Kempf, and she's found some success as that one goes off from Zoe Cooper, who was out of last year's competition for West Jessamine with a knee injury. And in play, there's Hager, the big middle. 414 kills, 3.4 assists or kills per set, and 137 blocks. Puts the Colts on the board. It's 4-1. West Jessamine gets their first serve of the match. Annabella Pendelli, 633 assists. She'll set out of the back row. Great serve, but a good dig. And down the line it goes. And that big finish from Julia McNeely.
5'10" senior, hitting the ball down the line. Second time she's got set there. Second time she's gotten a kill down the line.
The jump serve, foot fault? Or was it, no.
That's a rotation error. Rotation error, so
that was
a giveaway, unfortunately, by the West Jessamine team here, where they had an overlap in their serve receive. Player out of position.
They called that on Pandelli, just a little anxious to get up there for the set. Great service again. Pandelli into the middle. Hager sends it long, just a little low on that set. And that connection. This is a veteran club. Coach Bird loves the experience that they received last year and how it fueled them. That's a huge serve. Great pass. And can Hager finish? She's blocked at the middle. Free chance for Sacred Heart. Hager gets her hands on it. Bump set for Tess Schrenger and the All-State first team selection. Schrenger puts it away. 4-year starter, and it's a timeout. West Jessamine down 8-1. Will we stay right here? Yes, we'll stay right here. And Coach DeBoer, I will call you Coach because you've served so many hats, but Kathy, take us inside that West Jessamine huddle and Coach Bird's message to his players right now.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing he has to do is calm them down. Their best player, and you see it was a very short message from him, but their best player is their middle. To get the ball to her, they must handle the first serve. Then potentially also telling his setter, Pandelli, hey, just hang the ball for her a little bit. You know, let's not try and run quick right now. Let's let her poke at the corners here and get a good swing. She can get a good swing if you hang the ball for her. So, you know, getting them to be able to handle that first ball is going to be the key for them to be able to compete.
McNeely back to serve again for the Valkyries. And there's the ace. That's power, speed, and precision.
And so it serves like that. I mean, that's a jump spin serve that goes deep into the corner. That's going to go down on almost every team in the state. You got to forget that one. You got to go to the next one, and yeah, and hope that happens. It's a very difficult serve to keep in over and over again, and yeah, so you think, you go, phew, they gave us one.
There we go. And now we've got West Jessamine down 9-2. That's Ashley Messick serving. And a double contact called. West Jessamine with .3, 2 in a row. And their student section loud and proud for the Colts. And quickly back to that opposite side. That's Kayla Bryant. Boy, she looks sharp. That's 2 for her.
And they're just wearing out the West Jessamine defense right now in the same place. It's hitting the ball deep down the line, and West Jessamine just not ready right now to defend that particular shot.
There is no need for defending that shot as Emily Young, All-State Defensive Player of the Year, she sends her service long. She'll go back to receive. Up 10-4 is Sacred Heart. And that's Brooke Hager with the serve for the Colts, and a good spot right on the line. Not an easy shot there from Schrenger.
Schrenger just a roll shot deep inside the 10-foot line. Nicely placed. Bryant
puts it long. 3 services long in a row for the Valkyries, but they're up 11-5 in set 1.
So West Jessamine's struggling here to earn points. So they have 5 points, but 3 of them have been on service errors from Sacred Heart. So that will be something that Brett Verson will be addressing. But as we have the corner switch here with the setters.
He talked about pregame, Coach Brett Verson and Sacred Heart talked about serving very aggressively. That's what got him here in those big matches. He'll take some errors, but you don't want too many. The serve, Olivia McKibben. She'll set out of the back row. And that touch from Schrenger, perfectly placed on the tip. Schrenger, a 4-year starter.
Sacred Heart hitters pretty much having their way here with this West Jessamine defense, just going short, long, line, deep, tip.
44, Keelan Ford, she fakes the middle. Could they get it around? No, they cannot. That was behind and out of play, so side out, point to Sacred Heart. Schrenger off the tape. Their serve, they go opposite to the Colts. And off the touch. It's another kill. That one from Eva Karam, number 16, and opposite, 5'9" senior. Pearson talked about leaning on senior leaders. So did Coach Bird and his West Jessamine Colts.
Foot fault.
And she stepped on that line. Call made. And she knew it. Schrenger will check out for a defensive specialist. That's Haley Mack, defensive specialist, sophomore, wearing number 11. We'll see Lainey Mack into set as well. She wears number 10. She is a junior. The sisters, daughters of pretty big-time college basketball coach Chris Mack, who's sitting across from us in the front row with his wife Christy, a tremendous volleyball and basketball player in her own right. As that serve goes into the net, Christy was runner-up to Jamie Walls as basketball, Miss Basketball in Kentucky back in, I think it was 1994.
We're seeing more and more with now entering into the 50th anniversary of Title IX and stuff is parents and grandparents who played themselves, and what we find is that athleticism doesn't fall far from the tree.
The gene pools are strong, and there's West Jessamine. A little comeback now, down 8 at 15-7. Not insurmountable. They just need what? Some good offensive play or that defensive wall?
I mean, they've got to challenge. They've got to challenge Sacred Heart here from the serving line. Make them do some different things offensively.
But that tip there out of the middle, that was the freshman, or the junior. Sorry, Elise Hart, number 8, the freshman. I was right the first time. She gets the tip over Hager.
Both teams in a 6-2, so have a double sub. Every time the setter rotates to the front row, they'll put in an attacker, and they'll put the other setter in. Offensive system that makes sure they always have 3 attackers in the front row.
Service from Kemp. Hager gets tip, but defended well by Sacred Heart. Opportunity. That was Messick. And that one just sails long. Point, Colts. You just got to find that momentum, more than 2 in a row, maybe 3 or 4, to see if they can get a run and calm things down a little bit.
And we'll start from the serving line. You've got to slow down Sacred Heart's offense by serving them into a position where you get a predictable attack and then making the transition work.
And again, they see it. She saw it cleanly. Julia McNeely, you can see her looking where that defense was and finishes with that point on the tip. She will serve. She had, I believe, 2 ace services. And that one's long. She also her second service error. West Jessamine looking for some points, a run of their own. Hager gets the block, puts it right back over, out of the back row, the roll. A big double block there out of the middle. The Valkyries again putting up their own wall. And that's Bryant, the senior, and Hart, the freshman, on the assists at the block.
West Jessamine doing some nice Nice work here, Sydney Collins, their libero here, keeping the ball in play off the block, doing some nice work with hitter coverage, but they still couldn't transition out of it with a kill.
Nothing quite like a state volleyball tournament when the fans turn out, show out, and give their teams the support. It's loud in this gym. That one sails away, and Coach Bird definitely, he's wanting a timeout. He's seeing some things, and Kathy, he's seeing a little bit of things, probably some things he's not used to seeing in the last few weeks or months of play from his side.
Well, you know, unfortunately, this sport, like almost every other sport, becomes predictable if there are certain things that don't happen. And what he's not seeing right now is any kind of consistency from his team in terms of being able to deliver that first ball to the setters. And if the setters can't handle that first ball and it's a predictable attack, then it's going to be very, very difficult to score on a Sacred Heart team. So, you know, it's one of the most difficult parts of the game, and it's one of the parts of the game, Paul, that when your confidence gets shaken, gets harder. It's like shooting that free throw. It's, you know, having that real pressure situation on you and stuff. And right now the West Jessamine serve receivers are a little bit tight and not able to show what their hitters can do.
And it's one thing to find confidence, Kathy, but finding confidence in an atmosphere with this much on the line, and those blockers from Sacred Heart rising up. Free opportunity for the Valkyries, and down the line she goes again. Bryant, third time she's been successful with that line swing.
Yeah, and we saw Sydney Collins, who'd been tipped on the time before, releasing that time, saying, "You're not going to tip on me again." So it's like, okay, fine, I'll just hit it past you down the line.
Someone let her know, or she saw that. Outside it goes, through the block, but done neatly by Kemp and, by McNeely.
Yeah.
But West Jessamine gets the point on the violation there.
They let the setter handle the ball on that second ball, but not so much so that if it's really spinning coming out of the hands and looks like it was held, the official will call it.
And there's Hager with an ace. The leader of this team, over 400 kills, over 137 blocks.
Hager very quiet at this point in time because they're not able to get the ball to her in the front row.
Only one kill in the front from Hager, and that was early on. And off the tip, that is Avery Adams recording a point. She's a sophomore middle. She and Elise Hart, the freshman, securing the middle for Brett Verson's Valkyries. And again, the block is there. It might be time to try the other side, but Sacred Heart defense ready. And on the dump that was well discovered there by Pandelli. You really want to swing at those at the net. And great hustle play, but Schrenger gets the kill for Sacred Heart.
And West Jessamine needs to get energy from these types of plays. Even though they lost it, Sydney Collins is doing an awesome job of just keeping them in plays by allowing their hitters to swing away and then covering when they get blocked.
And her defense has been infectious in these points. 23 though, 11 Sacred Heart ahead. You just want to clean those little things up. Annabella Pandelli will set. And in the middle, Keelan Ford, a senior as well for West Jessamine. And they let it go long. Sydney Collins back there, making sure her team doesn't give away a point.
Both sides here. with their corner rotations, putting in their attackers for their setters who are rotating to the front row on both sides of the net.
That's number 10, Haley Mack in, and for Sacred Heart, and for West Jessamine, Olivia McKibben to serve, and she will set as well, replacing Pandelli. Overpass and a pound by the opposite. Maybe that's what you're looking for, Abby Bruner.
Abby Bruner, you take the freebies and put a hole in the floor. Abby Bruner.
Gives them a lift, down 10. You've got to reel off some points here. There's a free ball. Go back to Bruner, she rolls it. Outside Schrenger, but a great dig from Collins. Bruner again. Schrenger off the block, but a terrific save there from Katie Hampton. And the finish. They got a net violation on Avery Adams, and that will give another point to West Jessamine. They close the lead to 9. The old adage, Kathy, how do you eat that elephant? One bite at a time. You've heard it for years, 1 point at a time, and they're going to call that a lift.
It's a back row attack, actually. The setter's in the back row, and the ball goes over the net. So that's another free point for West Jessamine. Result of good serving. So if they're getting into a groove here where they're challenging, and they are, this Sacred Heart team getting free balls. This is what they need for their offense to get a chance.
On the slide, just a little missed time, but again, out of system, but Schrenger is there. And the defense, but the overpass finished off by Adams. She was in the net a little earlier, and she finishes it there. Coach Brett Verson was ready to call a timeout on that before the last point, decided to wait. And this team now 1 point away from set 1 in this quarterfinal match. Collins bump sets outside. Can they get something? A good tip deep. And that, Emily Krintz, a little undersized, but my goodness, did she have a terrific run last year in the state tournament. She gets that point for the Colts. Tip there, Collins right there. Out of the back row is Krentz. She rolls it. Outside the block is there from Keelan Ford. She and teammate Abby Bruner combined to put that one down off the swing from Julia McNeely.
And it's not that they can't win this set, but what West Jessamine has to look at, there's still 6 match points here for Sacred Heart, so all they need is a side out, but they've got to take the energy from some of the blocks, the plays that they've gotten here.
And there it is.
And take it into this next set. That will be the key.
Yes, a great comeback from the Colts, but McNeely finishes it off, and Sacred Heart takes set 1, 25-17 over the West Jessamine Colts. I believe we're going to take a break now, and we will come back with set 2 right here from George Rogers Clark High School. It is Sacred Heart up 1-0 over West Jessamine. Welcome back to George Rogers Clark High School and the thrilling action of Kentucky High School Athletic Association State Volleyball Tournament, quarterfinal number 1. Sacred Heart won the first set 1-0 alongside Kathy DeVore. I'm Paul Najar, and Kathy, Sacred Heart had their way early in most of that first set, but at the very end, you saw what what West Jessamine could do in picking up their tempo and scoring a lot of points late in the match.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting most of their kills. They only had 5 kills on the set compared to 16 from Sacred Heart, and that's why the result was what it was and stuff. But can they take the momentum here? They got a service ace late, they got a stuff block late, they got a couple of kills late. So all of them, when Sacred Heart was already in charge here, so you got to take coming out of that to go into this next set and start battling at that level.
Sacred Heart starts receiving, but an opportunity, a good block on that. On Messick, out of the back row, Krintz. Handled neatly there by the Sacred Heart defense, and oh, that would have been close to a double contact. But now another free opportunity, perfectly placed in the corner by Sydney Collins, their best player in that first set, Kathy.
Yeah, absolutely. She gave them a lot of good defense here. She had 5 digs that she was credited with, but she was doing some real yeoman's work on hitter coverage and keeping them in rallies.
Oh, they overruled that and called it out. So, point goes to Sacred Heart as Collins' effort so close. And a free play, but Hager's there. Messick just a little quick on that one, and she'll get another chance through the block. Schrenger, she will set. And Hager gets the tip into the middle. There's her second kill.
And Collins just showing you what good libero play can do to keep you in rallies and to give you chances. She had a hitter coverage, she had a dig. Watching the other side of the net here, keeping West Jessamine in rallies.
There's Ashley Messick with the serve, and Schrenger, that high ball couldn't quite get over top of it, sends it long and wide, and West Jessamine enjoying their first lead of the match. Oh, and a terrific set, but cross court. That was Kayla Bryant. She had so much success down the line. That line was well covered by West Jessamine. But
got a touch on the block.
They did indeed, and they are changing that one from a wide finish for West Jessamine to a point. Sacred Heart on the touch.
Critical for West Jessamine in this, for them to get back into this, they've got to get the ball to Brooke Hager. She's averaging 3.5 kills per set. She's only got 1 so far. She's only had 5 swings, so Sacred Heart serving the ball tough enough where West Jessamine having trouble getting the ball to their star, who's now rotated to the back row.
And there's Emily Krintz with the kill off the block. And Hager back into the back, and she puts one. Well, you can get a kill or you can get an ace from a player like Hager.
You can score a lot of different ways, and in terms of active scoring, you can serve aces, you can stuff block balls, or you can kill balls. And so Brooke Hager saying, all right, I'm not getting a kill in the front row, take this.
Just a junior. Hager a vital part of this West Jessamine squad, and sends that one long, so.
6'3", probably going to get a chance to play at the next level if she chooses to do that, but hasn't made a commitment yet, but she's...
There's still some work to go with her, but boy, she's got a fine set of skills for that next level. And there is a tip there by her backup, the backup middle, Keelan Ford. She's found some success. With the block, assist, and now a kill.
Ford also getting him 1 point, almost 2 kills per set, and so she says, hey, don't forget about me. I can do part of this work for you too.
And these setters, Annabella Pandelli and Olivia McKibben, now McKibben in to serve, over 1,000 assists combined. Just under 500 for McKibben, who is serving, and Pandelli over 600. $1,132 assists combined, and how about that? Krintz fits it through the block with a quick roll of the wrist.
And setters are only as good as their attackers. That doesn't mean that they're not really quality folks, but they get an assist every time the hitter gets a kill. And so, yeah, those kinds of combinations of attacker to setter to attacker are the things we say all the time.
And that's right there. We just saw the Schrenger Not the perfect set, but one that she could handle well.
But she gets the kill. It means the setter gets the assist. So
it's 6-4. West Jessamine, their largest lead was 3 at 6-3. And a free opportunity here for Sacred Heart. Schrenger up to Mack. Mack puts it into the middle for Avery Adams. Krentz, undersized, couldn't get it through that block. That's a tough one for anyone that far off the net.
But Bill Bird's done a nice job of getting his team to adjust to the tip ball. They're doing a lot better in this set. The reason they're hanging right in here in this set is they're doing a lot better at picking up that tip ball than they did in the first set.
Like to see Abby Bruner here. There she is on the opposite side. She got an opportunity. Couldn't convert. Out of the back row, Schrenger. Overpass. Good tip there from below the net by McKibben. As she is in the back row, she gets the dig. Collins puts it up for Krentz. Krentz tried to roll it off the block. And another off block, but off the hands. And point for Avery Adams and the Valkyries.
McKibben had a beat on that ball, but then the block touched it, and so now McKibben was on the floor before she had a chance to play the ball.
6 apiece, out of the middle. And a net violation. And Sacred Heart. And that gives West Jessamine a 7-6 lead.
West Jessamine definitely challenging this Sacred Heart team much better than they did in the nerve-filled first set.
Haley Mack to her sister Lainey Mack, and the conversion by Adams on the quick middle. Just a little touch on it, and she puts it where the defense can't get it. Free ball, but well placed. Collins almost had a kill earlier. That one almost got through the Sacred Heart defense. And there is the big swing that West Jessamine's been looking for from Ashley Messick.
And that was all Sydney Collins. Sydney Collins takes a free ball and puts Sacred Heart in a position where they don't get an attack out of it. And consequently gets a free ball back to her team where they get the kill. So
and Sydney Collins puts the serve in play. She had to hang there. Julia McNeely picked up Messick. Good reach there from Mack on defense. And Ken Bruner, she rolls one from the opposite side and through the block. Elise Hart, the freshman. She had a good start to the first set, picking it up for the Valkyries. Tied at 8. Have a feeling this set, Kathy, is going to be tied at quite a few times. As West Jessamine finding their footing, and that service from Alice Kemp into the netting.
Finding a few cracks here in this Sacred Heart defense as they and gladly taking any service errors that they'd like to give them.
And Kemp will set out of the back row for Sacred Heart. And that great serve. Pandelli finally finding something to rejoice about. She hasn't been getting the passing, but the setter, she and McKibben both finding some success here in set 2. A little overplay. McNeely puts it over on 2, and oh, just wide goes Hager.
Still West Jessamine struggling to get Brooke Hager, their go-to hitter, involved in this match in any significant way. They're having a hitting error and stuff, not getting a lot of swings, and when she's getting them, not being able to get kills.
And a terrific save from Messick. Keep that ball alive, and there's the block from Hager.
Okay, how do you score points when you're not getting kills? You block balls, you serve aces, so Hager finding a way to contribute and still be part of this West Jessamine offense.
She and Godovka, Sarah Godovka, also a junior. She and Hager combine on that block. Collins will get the bump set. Krentz with the hit. Just long, no touch. Messick out. Katie Hampton in. She'll be the back row specialist for Messick. And serving for the Valkyries, Defensive Player of the Year in the state of Kentucky, it's Emily Young. And the big block again, it's Krentz and Hager, this time with Krentz getting most of that one. It's got to pump your confidence up.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're not getting a lot of good swings on first balls, but again, if you can block the attack coming back, it counts just as much. Each point is just one.
Schranger just finding the off speed. And she closes that lead to 1 for West Jessamine. It's 12-11. And back to serve for Sacred Heart, Kayla Bryant. The floater from Bryant results in a free opportunity for her Valkyries. Out of the middle, but done neatly there by Hampton. An attacking pass there on the third swing, and that's out of play from Bryant.
Both teams struggling with ball control right now and stuff, not able to deliver something to their setters that give their setters choices. So if you can keep the other team off balance and have predictable attacks, then your transition offense gets a lot more, lots of free balls being traded.
Several rotations in a row where Pandelli and McKibben have found success in keeping Sacred Heart's big defensive hitters and big defensive block in bay, but there is Schregner coming back. First team All-State.
And 8 kills in this match already. Just 2 errors on 16 swings, so hitting a very respectable 375.
She has about 140 varsity starts under her belt, and she has tremendous experience. Started every game as a freshman. And there's Hampton with the dig. Opportunity for West Jessamine. And they get it. Abby Bruner just put it in the right spot to put Sacred Heart in distress. Schrenger out. Haley Mack in for the Valkyries. And here is Krentz to serve, Emily Krentz. 6th rotation player for the Colts. And a free opportunity. Messick gets it back, give and go, and she puts it down with McKibben finding a good set there and forcing the Sacred Heart timeout up 3, 15-12.
Absolutely, just much better ball handling for West Jessamine, much better delivery of the first ball, the hitters taking more aggressive swings and getting better swings. All of a sudden, West Jessamine has Sacred Heart on their heels, and Brett Verson, KVCA Coach of the Year, but he goes for a timeout to settle his club.
And in that section, that student section for West Jessamine, straight across from us, about 150 students packed in there. And same thing with Sacred Heart. In that end zone, they call it the red zone. The Sacred Heart Valkyries cheering section back and forth with the West Jessamine Colts student section, and what an atmosphere, Kathy. We broadcast these tournaments at Valley High School in Louisville. When you get this close to the action, though, there's nothing like it.
Best time of the year. Best time of the year in every sport are their high school state championships, no doubt about it.
And these young women feel every voice and trying to stay cool through it all. And there's their largest lead, 16-12 up 4. Coach
Prince doing a great job here with her serve, she's not getting aces, but she's definitely giving the Sacred Heart team a difficult time delivering the first ball, not getting the ball to their setter.
And its lead is now 5. Coach William Bird enjoying this run from his veteran group. Remember, they made the state semifinal. They extended Notre Dame, a 4-set tough loss to the eventual state champion Pandas. And there's the double block, but it goes wide. Point Sacred Heart. A terrific block though, Kathy.
Yeah, they're not terrific if they land out of bounds. Just nothing.
It's a point. They're asking for clarification.
Yeah, the ball off the blocker's hands, out of bounds. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how fast it goes down. It just has to land inside those lines.
And I'm not sure that it might have hit the antenna as well on the way down off the arms. And they were wondering if it was antenna first, then block.
You're right.
Yeah. And a good hang there. The freshman, Elise Hart, gives Sacred Heart a little momentum. They were down 5, it's now 3. West Jessamine leads the 17-14. Put in play by Avery Adams for Sacred Heart. And again, the freshman, Elise Hart.
A little tentativeness with Bruner here right now. That ball is well set. Attack it. You want to roll it deep into a corner.
That's some nerves maybe showing. And out of the middle it goes. That was Keelan Ford. The big double block. McNeely gets it over and Prince just can't get to it. Just missed it. 4-0 run from the Valkyries and a timeout by Coach William Bird from West Jessamine. Trying to stop this momentum.
Yeah, wisely, after losing 3 or 4 points, bringing his team together, asking them to focus back here on what got them here in terms of good, solid defensive play and serve receive, and sometimes just taking a break.
Just need a little breath, regather, regroup. And oftentimes, Kathy, when you see a team score a few in a row in a comeback, you want to make sure that your rotation, that everyone's role is identified correctly, and everyone, stay in your lane almost. Don't try to do too much, right?
Yeah, well, you're either going to make a change or you're going to settle in on what you're doing. So those are the places where coaches earn their paychecks. Are they right about changing the serve-receive pattern because they need to give somebody a breather, or are they right by just settling their good serve receivers and carrying on? Bill Bird leaving them in the same rotation there, and
Sacred Heart takes advantage. That ball was tipped at the net.
Got a touch on the block. Touch on the block.
Yeah, Coach Bird was wondering where that came from.
There's no challenge in the high school game, and the college game now, they've got cameras all over the place, and there could be a challenge on a touch like that. But right now we're relying on the 4 sets of eyeballs, which usually do a pretty good job officiating.
And tied at 17, Ashley Messick off the antenna. A terrific swing, her best of the match, but just nicked the antenna. And Sacred Heart on a 6-0 run takes the 18-17 lead. The block was there, and Collins just couldn't handle it. She knew it was coming down, and the reach couldn't get it. 7 straight. Now, when you get 7 straight, you got to think about what are we doing with our rotation? Can he sub? But the Colts relying on this group. Here's Bruner on the opposite. She's had success, but handled there. Neely. Opportunity for Messick. Double blocked. Collins, bump set. Krentz puts it deep. Handled by Mack. McNeely has to punch that one up in the air. Free ball. Messick puts it down off the block. 7 straight for Sacred Heart, and now it's a 1-point game as West Jessamine gets that one.
Nice job by Messick, just being patient until she got an opportunity. Going off the outside hand of the blocker.
Another junior for Coach William Bird. Messick draws the Colts within 1. Free ball for Sacred Heart. Out it goes. McNeely one-on-1. She would not be denied there.
Neely picking up her 7th kill. The outside, getting the split block. Again, caused by a good pass to the setter where the setter had choices, and West Jessamine block has to hold.
Back to serve, Alice Kemp, the setter. She'll set out of the back row. Tipped there by Hager. Down the line where she had so much success in set 1 is Kayla Bryant.
Yeah, and a good pass and getting the ball into the middle to Hager. But a tip ball is going to have trouble getting that down on this Sacred Heart defense and stuff. So Hager's going to have to be aggressive with attacking here.
Messick, oh, what a great swing, but there was the freshman, Elise Hart. She and Bryant put up the ball, and they get the block. And that's a 4-point lead, Sacred Heart, and William Bird calls his timeout. And this momentum, they were up 17-12. It's a 10-1 run for the Valkyries. Kathy.
Yeah. The attackers have gotten frustrated. So you watch what they're doing, how they're responding, body language-wise, and you can see Hager showing some frustration here. Messick showing some frustration, just going to coaches saying, hey, what's open? Give me some help here. So see, good timeout here by Bill Bird, because frustration doesn't lead to execution.
Yes. And it's not frustration at each other, it's just, man, what do I have to do to put one through?
How do I score on this team? What's open? And that's what coaches are there for. Assistant coaches tracking, having shot charts on the sideline, saying here are the openings.
They got to call something up. The fans are waving. They got to stop that. They're going to call. The officials are going to call a. They're going to call a replay here. They were waving, lighting their phone lights. And the West Jessamine servers were looking in that direction, so Sacred Heart will be asked. Their student sections, you can't do that. They're waving flashlights side to side. So a replay is called.
The Sacred Heart
Yeah.
student section doing what high school students do, finding a way to win, having some fun with it, but it's deemed unsportsmanlike by the officials, accurately so, and it will only happen once, and now it's over.
And I know Donna Moyer, the athletic director at Sacred Heart Academy, she is letting them know, you will not do that. And Brett Verson and his wife Marissa, assistant coach, 3 young children, ages 6, 4, and 1. We know they're at home under the watchful care of Marissa's mother. I mentioned that earlier. She was She was pregnant and she had a 1-year-old when they won the title in 2016 behind just a terrific run to the state final. And
I wonder if that means there's more children on the way for the Verson family.
There you
that
go.
may be scary to somebody.
yeah. So
Replay on the last serve, but still serve stays with Sacred Heart. They don't
20
lose the serve, just a replay called.
22-18 is the score. The Valkyries were down 17-12, a 10-1 run. Krintz with a nice set, and oh, Hager just goes a little deep. No touch.
And Hager asking for a touch, but none of the 4 sets of eyes saw it, which usually means you're not going to get
No,
it.
and I don't think yours or mine saw it either. It was close, but not that close. 23-18, a 5-point lead. Sacred Heart winners of the set 1, 25-17. Tip there from Bruner. McNeely to side, or not McNeely, that's Bryant again on the opposite.
Credit to Sacred Heart. They tightened up here after being down by 5, tightened up their defense, got their attackers to look at different shots and stuff to be able to disrupt this West Jessamine offense, and have pulled themselves within a 2-0 lead here, 1 point from it.
Set point number 1 in this second set, and off the hands of McKibben. And Sacred Heart takes set 2, 25-18, a thrilling set. But Sacred Heart up 2-0 on the West Jessamine Colts here in quarterfinal number 1. We will take a 2.5 minute break and be back with set 3. You're watching KHSAA quarterfinal action in the state volleyball tournament. Stay with us. Welcome back to George Rogers Clark High School in the KHSAA State Volleyball quarterfinal number 1. It is Sacred Heart, the Valkyries, with a commanding 2-0 lead. And when we look at the hitting percentages, Kathy, they tell the difference in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. The Sacred Heart team hitting a combined 338 here with 31 kills on 65 swings and just 9 errors here, and actually only 6 balls hit out of bounds because 3 of the errors were blocks. Whereas West Jessamine, as we've talked about quite consistently here, when they start bleeding points, really having a difficult time finding scoring. Their lead attacker, Brooke Hager, here with only 10 sets and just 2 kills right now. Kritz, just 4 kills and 4 errors, and so really West Jessamine struggling right now to find the offense that got them to this point in the season.
As you mentioned, Sacred Heart hitting 338. They will serve for the match. Set 3 to begin. That was the left-handed swinging number 17, Abigail Powell, also a senior setter. We have 4 setters, and there is the finish from Bryant. We've seen it over and over down the line. Kayla Bryant.
Kayla Bryant getting her 6th kill, and I think she's gotten at least 5 of them with a either tip or deep line shot.
4 setters on this Sacred Heart squad. They rotate 3 of them now. Great dig from from Schrenger. Outside it goes. Messick cross court finishes, and it's 1 apiece. Through the first 2 sets, Sacred Heart were hitting 31 kills on 65 attacks, 9 errors, 338. West Jessamine 13 kills, 60 total attacks, but 13 errors, .000 on the hitting percentage. Put in play by this, I'm sorry, that was Bryant from the near side off the block for the point. There's Annabella Pendelli with that serve for West Jessamine, and now Sacred Heart's Julia McNeely, her 2nd service error, and it's 2 apiece in set 3.
McNeely with that high risk, high reward jump spin serve that was very effective in the first set, but it hasn't had a lot of success with it since.
But it kept West Jessamine off balance early, and that middle right there, freshman Elise Hart finishes again. That is kill number 6 out of 9 attempts. No errors from Elise Hart, and out of a freshman middle to have a .667 percentage is huge in a state tournament match. Floats long off the hand of Emily Young. It's 3 apiece, and Hager now in the back row. She has a strong serve. That one handled well by Young. Schrenger against no one, but there's Hager on the dig. Prince, yes, and she rolls it through the block.
Nice job on the dig by Hager, not only delivering a good serve, but then delivering a perfect pass. So those are the little things that lead to points.
Outside it goes. Schrenger goes over the block, but dug by Hager. Here's Prince. Young right there. They go to the back row. McNeely with a fine swing, and she earns the point for the Valkyries. 4 apiece in set 3. Valkyries up 2-0. Back in the game, Sydney Collins for the Colts. She is in that red libero jersey. Her opposite, Emily Young, in the white jersey for Sacred Heart, Defensive Player of the Year in the Commonwealth. Boy, Prince knows how to score from all angles, but that was covered so well by Sacred Heart. And then the finish from senior setter Abigail Powell. That left hand, she's a lefty hitter, so that fake and tip finish worked well for the Valkyries. Schrenger again, straight down from Tess.
Outside hitters using the edges here to attack West Jessamine down the line. Been very successful from both the right and the left side.
Kayla Bryant to serve. And a great floater just beyond the 10-foot line in front of that back row defense. And Bryant again. Jumps off the tape. Dug there by Prince, and she puts a free pass for the Valkyries on the slide. Not there for Avery Adams. Schrenger goes high and deep middle. And Katie Grace Hampton can't control it, so Schrenger with another kill. That is her 10th.
Sacred Heart back into the rhythm that we saw early in this match, where they completely dominated the first set. Very competitive second set most of the way, but now Sacred Heart back into a rhythm and rolling here with lots of different options, different shots, different attackers.
Schrenger with 10 kills, leads all hitters. 8 for McNeely. Make that 9 for McNeely out of the back row. And 7 for Kayla Bryant. And West Jessamine coach Will Bird calls the timeout here in set 3, trailing Sacred Heart 9-4. And these Valkyries seem to have found something here.
Absolutely.
Found their confidence.
Yeah, found their rhythm. And West Jessamine did a nice job early, particularly coming out of the first set. We were talking about it there, where they found some ways to disrupt this Sacred Heart defense. But as good teams do, Sacred Heart didn't get to 32-9 with only 1 loss in the state by not being able to make adjustments themselves, and came back and adjusted to the roll shots and the types of balls that West Jessamine was giving them. Got their serve receive back into a rhythm, and is now rolling here in this third set.
West Jessamine was down 23-11, I believe that was in the first set. Ended up losing at 25-17. Then they took a 17-12 lead in set two, had all the momentum, and then a 10-1 run from Sacred Heart. And they finished off set two, 25-18. The Valkyries playing very well the last set and a half. Up 9-4, Schrenger off the block, great save there by Hampton. Free ball. And another really strong left hand. What a finish there. Abigail Powell, her second kill of set two with the left hand.
Brett Verson gone to a single setter offense with Powell as his main setter, and that means she's in the front row. She can be an attacker, and she's shown us what that means.
And the quick out of the middle, but dug there by Hampton. Good defense from both sides, except Schrenger puts it where you need 2 or 3 defenders to get that one. Schrenger kill number 11, leading all hitters. 11 for Schrenger, 9 for McNeely, 7 for Bryant, 5 apiece for Ashley Messick and Emily Krintz. Brooke Hager just 2 kills. Their strongest hitter for West Jessamine. Krintz with the point, her 6th kill of the match.
The elbow substitutions coming in here. Brett Verson going back to his 2-setter system and a 6-2 at the same time that Bill Bird is making the changes at the elbow for his setters with Pandelli and McKibben.
That is McKibben. There's Lainey Mack to Schrenger. And a net violation.
Ball hit the antenna, I thought.
Oh, was it?
No, I guess you're right. You're right. It was a net. Yeah.
And that was on Bruner, the call. And it nicked it on the way up. 12-5 Sacred Heart, Schrenger. Back it goes to Bruner. McKibben to Krintz. Good pass from Schrenger. There's McNeely, but a big block. Keelan Ford. And Bruner, Abby Bruner get the block assist. Krintz. And a great save, but can't quite get it. Off the block, the kill goes to Avery Adams, a sophomore middle for the Valkyries. And Lauren Varga with the serve and the set, but the point goes over.
Ball trapped next to the net, and wisely Julia McNeely says, "No, I'm not touching that. I'd like to keep my ankles
Ouch.
in their sockets." And so she just lets that one go.
Sydney Collins with the big serve, but the bigger finish from McNeely, her 10th kill of the match. Interesting to see Coach Verson subbing in liberally, giving opportunities to some of his depth players, because you never know. It's not just today, it's about getting to tomorrow and playing that semifinal match. And that deep corner for Hager goes long.
Hager just not able to get out of the gate in any significant way here. averaging 3.5 kills per set and just has 2 in this entire match here.
Abigail Powell puts a lot of power behind that serve with the left hand, and a great dig there from McKibben, but free opportunity. Sacred Heart players run into each other, and now it's Collins getting that one for Messick. Can Sacred Heart get they cannot. Point West Jessamine. Great aggression, but still down 7.
Kind of effort though you love on the Sacred Heart side and stuff, where you don't save the ball, but the effort that your team gives means that other balls will be saved.
All out effort, both sides of the net. Pandelli. McNeely has to punch that one over. Out of the middle, there's Hager, but right there, Emily Young. That one, does it clip the end of the line? It does not. No touch. Prince begging for a touch, but they won't get one there. Just rolled over the block. Up 16-8. Sacred Heart doubling up. West Jessamine, McNeely's big spin serve. Took something off of it. Handled easily by Collins. There's Hager with her 3rd kill of the match.
Nice set to Hager where they just hung the ball, give her a little bit of chance to gather so that she can go either right or left with the swing.
Schrenger tip, handled there, but a free ball. And out of the middle, the stuff block from Hager. She's come alive here in the middle of set 3.
Hager's second stuff. Got a couple of service aces. Go with her 3 kills.
Schrenger off the tippy tops of her fingers. Can't control that one, it sails long. Messick quickly puts it in play. And another opportunity here for the Colts. Krintz through the block. Picked up there by Emily Young. Schrenger goes off speed. Krintz over the block. The bump set for Bryant. Both teams looking a little leg weary. Back set, Bryant through that block. She has been money all day. 8th kill for Kayla Bryant on that opposite side.
Bryant averaging, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just saying a sub in. Varga out.
Bryant averaging 2.5 kills or 2.2 kills per set and going above that average here with that 7th kill in this match.
Oh, and she, along with Avery Adams, putting the stuff block together to take an 18-11 lead over West Jessamine here in set 3. The Valkyries won 25-17 set 1, set 2 25-18. They're now up 7 points. 7 to go for a 3-set sweep and on to the semis. Hager finds a little angle, tough angle shot from there. She found the spot.
Gave her a back set here, and yeah, it's not necessarily hitting the ball hard. It's getting the ball quickly to the floor in a place where there's no one standing, and Hager doing a nice job of that to get her 4th kill.
She goes back to serve. And the set again for Schrenger, and she finally winds up. She's been taking some off-speed swings, and that one full out for the finish.
Schrenger, the leading attacker in this match right now, getting 13 kills here, so averaging more than 4 kills per set here in this particular match.
Bryant, nice floater, but then they get to it. They do. Roll shot from Sarah Godovka. That leads to a point for West Jessamine. Pretty neat to see senior to senior Abigail Powell feeding Emily Young when she has to pick up when she has to defend or she has to make a dig, and just finding her libero and just making it real easy for her offense. They know each other so well.
They've played together a long time here and have that rhythm between the two of them.
And a tough set close to the net, the pass close to the net for Mack. And that one on the opposite side goes down for Eva Karam.
Seventh block for Sacred Heart in this match.
4 points away from a visit to the semifinals for the Sacred Heart Valkyries. Now 3 points away.
Make it the 8th block.
Avery Adams. We talked about the net play of West Jessamine early and how well they blocked. They're going to take a timeout, but it's been the freshman-sophomore duo, Elise Hart and Avery Adams out of the middle, providing 11 kills, 6 for Hart and 5 for Adams, and 4 blocks apiece out of the middle. That's production.
Yeah, I mean, Sacred Heart ramped it up here again significantly in this third set, both offensively and defensively. They went into the set hitting .333. In this particular set, they're hitting .393. That's just significant offensive production. Siding out at 67%, which means West Jessamine serving 2 out of 3 times. They're not getting a chance to serve a second time because Sacred Heart is siding out with great efficiency compared to only a third of the time that West Jessamine is getting that side out. So that's 2 points to 1, and that's why it's 21-13.
Schrenger, the senior leader there for the Valkyries. Out of the back row, she's going to tip one, but that's blocked right back by Ford. Outside, McNeely gets the finish. Boy, she gives every ounce a swing when she takes off. Every ounce out of her swing.
Julia McNeely wanting to play collegiately, but at this point has not committed to a college choice.
Schrenger looking for that sideline. Can't get it to go. And it's Emily Krintz to serve. She's had quite a few opportunities in this match at the net. Not the tallest of hitters, but she gets things done, but more so there is Eva Karam on the opposite side.
Sacred Heart players running up to the line on substitution and celebrating as if they can smell here that they're pretty close to a sweep.
And that's Lauren Varga serving. 2 points away are the Valkyries from an appointment in the semifinals, their first since 2016. And that one falls short for Bruner. And the Valkyries now 1 away from a 10 a.m. tip. 10 a.m. first serve in semifinal 1 tomorrow. Varga. Opportunity to finish. The Valkyries can't do it. Missed time there, and breath of life.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there with Furlong not showing up. Hart not showing up for the set that
plenty of set
expected.
points for Sacred Heart. As Collins put it in play, and McNeely with the power swing, and the Valkyries, for the first time since 2016, move advance to the state semifinals. 2016, when they won it all behind the great Paige Hammonds, Nadia Dudnay, and so many others, leading them to a championship. And Coach Brett Verson, Kathy, his Valkyries steady throughout.
Absolutely. I mean, they had a little bit of a break in their momentum to start out, to end the first set and to start out the second set, that opened the door just a crack for West Jessamine. But then in set 3, they just slammed it shut again.
25-17, 25-18, 25-15. In 3 sets, Sacred Heart advances this West Jessamine team and Coach Bill Bird. So many juniors and sophomores that have played together since middle school. He knows them well. Bound to be back after a semifinal run last year and a quarterfinal run this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of tears when kids have played together for so many years, and that's what you see. Most teams in every sport end their last match with a loss, but the pride of the accomplishment of this year's season, 36-5 coming into this, 36-6 ending this year, nothing to be sad about once that sadness of not playing together again ends.
And Sacred Heart now 33-9. They advance. They will meet the winner of our next of quarterfinal number 2. Bowling Green, the Purples haven't been to a state tournament in, we will find out how long, but I know it's been longer than 18 years. So we will find out how long. We're going to take about a 30-minute break or so, and we'll come back with quarterfinal number 2. You're watching KHSAA. Oh, we are staying here for awards. Okay, Will, our producer just got us word that we'll be staying here. Sydney Collins, all-tournament team selection.
The libero from West Jessamine, we said her name a lot during this competition. 9 digs, really kept her team in a lot of rallies, brought them back for a run at the second set. Sydney Collins.
Terrific young lady, too.
Player.
Just showing a lot of class across the net to Sacred Heart, who were cheering her on. So congratulations to West Jessamine. Sydney Collins, all-tournament team selection. Congratulations. So now we will take a about 33-minute break, and we'll be back with quarterfinal number 2. You stay tuned. Come back and visit us. We're here all day. We'll have all 4 quarterfinal matchups. We got St. Henry and the Bowling Green Purples coming up next. Stay with us.